On December 1st, 1955, the modern civil rights movement began when Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to move to the back of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Known as the mother of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks' quiet, courageous act changed America and redirected the course of history. Rosa Parks was born February 4, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama. She was the oldest child of James and Leona Edwards Macaulay. She had one brother named Sylvester Macaulay. Her childhood was relatively modest, with both of her parents being farmers, as well as her mother being a teacher and her father a carpenter. With her parents unable to afford proper treatment, Rosa was often sick during her childhood. Her parents separated early while she was still young, and she went on to be raised on her maternal grandparents' farm. Rosa's first school was a blacks-only one-room schoolhouse where classes were held 5 months a year so that students could work the fields. She would go on to attending Miss White's School for Girls in Montgomery, Alabama, as well as the Montgomery Industrial School for Girls. Parks' education at the Alabama State Teachers College was cut short when she left school at 16 to take care of her ailing grandmother. To help support her family, she learned how to type and took up sewing. In 1932, Rosa married Raymond Parks, a barber who was active in the civil rights movement. Parks became politically active as well. She was a member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People and was serving as the secretary of the chapter in Montgomery, Alabama by 1943. Rosa was also a member of the Montgomery Voters League. Parks also helped African Americans pass the tests needed for them to register to vote. It took her 3 attempts to pass the test herself. By the mid-1950s, Parks was working as a seamstress and housekeeper. It was the racial segregation she faced in daily life that inspired her peaceful protest. That December day, Rosa Parks was seated in the blacks-only section of the bus, but as the bus became full, she was asked to give her seat to a white man. Despite the bus driver's demands, she refused to give up her seat and was arrested and fined as a result. Her nonviolent act of protest resulted in a 381-day bus boycott. Her actions made her a national figure. It was her model citizenship that ultimately made her chosen to be a symbol for the civil rights movement. Rosa Parks passed away October 24, 2005 at 92, but her legacy still lives on today. There are few people that can say their actions and conduct changed the face of a nation, but with Rosa Parks she did. She's an inspiration and an excellent example of the power of peaceful protest.
Created using Powtoon.